Hey everybody, Rodiman here. Thanks for tuning in to the Philosopher King, a RimWorld royalty series about being a benevolent ruler. Recap of our rules and goals for our little society right here, and then a reminder, of course, of the projects that you all voted upon in weeks past that I am working on. So, last episode I did mention that I wanted to deal with this mech cluster, and this episode I'm going to do just that. So here's how I want to tackle it. It's going to be a threefold process. One, I want to bolster up my Killbox's turrets a little bit to deal with the mech assembler. And then what I want to do is start to rezone a little bit. So, Zero, I'm going to have you get queued with mining and mine up a little steel in the northeast. Next, I want to create 2 new zones, or actually a few new zones. I want to pivot my research from from whatever it was to biorefining to this. Going to be called components. Oh, also, don't bother mining this stuff. Mine the metals. Alright, so components are going to be important for manufactured components. This is going to be chem fuel. I think you see where I'm going with this. Here it is, chem fuel. Important. This down here is going to be temp shells. Low importance for all mortar shells. This is going to be EMP shells. Critically important EMP shells and HE shells. Again, critically important for HE shells. And then this little zone is going to be steel. Important for there to be steel here. The idea here is I'm going to be making shells to shell that mech cluster. So in order to do that, I need to hit it with EMP shells to disable the mortar shield. An EMP shell will temporarily disable the mortar shield, and then it will open it up so that regular shells can hit it afterwards. So when we make these, take them to HE shell, or take them to, temp shells. And then Shay and Poppy are going to be allowed to make shells. Okay, and then we are going to set up mortars. Shay, could you haul all this stuff out because it's incorrect? And then Zero will be helping to mine up some additional steel for this project. Okay, that already has components delivered. So the idea is to work on our backlog of animal meat. What I could do is set up biorefining for meat. Another thing I wanted to do is fix the meals here, so everybody's going to be on simple and fine except for our leader, who will be on lavish meals made with meat. Other things I could do, little tweaks here, is install some statues in the throne room so that it doesn't quickly become undignified, which has been happening. Alright, so here is our mortars. And 3 of these will fire HE shells and 1 EMPs. Leaving Zero out there a little long, but that's alright. I also want to start cremating my allies' corpses so they don't get munched on by animals. Another thing I need to do is adjust the hauling zone so that they don't haul or they don't traverse inside my new construction projects. That creates filth that just makes me have to clean it up. Grazing's already fixed. With the mechs being almost... They're about to get assembled in a second here, I think. Yep, 0.2 days. Let's go ahead and set all the animals to sit tight. Rego of the Lake coming to visit. Oh boy. This is really, really bad. These mechs are going to assemble and just murder them outright. Maybe. I don't know. Mathis, you could go to sleep. You've been doing some hard work. Rego of the Lake, just run! Yeah, they're getting assembled now. Oh boy. Regos, no! Where'd the third Scyther go? Oh, yeah, never mind. Bulk goods trader from Aberboom is coming in. Alright. I think it's benevolent of me to go help them if I can. I can't help you. Or, okay, they've just both died. Never mind, everybody. Go back to sleep. Should have done more earlier. Hello, Poppy. Now, the mechs, especially the small ones, have been severely, severely nerfed, where they are not going to grant, they're not going to grant plasteel or components anymore. So farming mech assemblers is not a viable strategy at all. It's pretty worthless, in fact. All right, 0, go back to smithing. And then on these smiths, I'm going to say allow crafting skill, let's say 15 or under, which prohibits 0 from helping with the shells. Because 0 is best spent time on the fab bench instead. Alright, so that is 2 statues that need to go to Rego. I'll have to remember that. And where's the... Okay, the bulk goods are out here. I don't know why they're not coming inside, but that's fine. I'm going to, because I have a lot of meat, I'm going to go sell my current meat because we'll just butcher more. There's tons and tons and tons of corpses around. I could buy chem fuel here, but I don't think I'm going to. I'd rather just make my meat into chem fuel, which is going to be a pretty good use of my chem fuel. What else could I do? I could sell you double strand vests. And then some furniture I'm not currently using. Oh, you'll take my throne, won't you? Yeah, you'll take the throne. I'm going to keep the steel royal bed, though. In case I get a visitor. Anything else I want to buy off you? No. So I'm just buying a ton of components. And that will help speed up the process. Some other things I need to do. I also need to queue up a bionic leg. That is for Poppy. Poppy is overdue for a bionic leg. Been hobbling around on a prosthetic one for a bit too long. All right, bulk goods. Oh, okay, Shay's making it, that's fine. I guess it didn't specify. So now these components are going to push us into having all the EMP shells I need. And then we'll get the other shells once I have... once I have a little bit of chem fuel. Quest available. Toxic Spewer. It gives us a harp and a mega screen TV. Increases my relationship. The toxic spewer. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take that one. It would help my relationship improve, but I already got my hands full of dangerous site deployments. So, ooh, I really should turn all these off, though. So, hard pass on that. Mathis, could you cremate our 2 guests that I let down? Oh, we still have actually even more. Okay, another thing I could do is Talon. Could you uninstall this and Bubbaloo go trade the current uninstalled statues with these guys? Hello. What do I want? Here, you can have my light leather. I'm just trying to leak them for every silver that they have. And I'll buy a little in return. Okay, swell. Okay, we have a little bit of break risk, but I think we'll be alright. Poppy, if you're up. Everbum's leaving. Just, yeah, let's go grab the big bulk silver. Why are you making another one? She's like, I don't know. Alright, more mechs. Assembled and attacking from the north. Turning on my turrets. Now turrets have been buffed, sort of. They do a little bit more damage in this current patch, but they require more reloading and they have less barrel durability. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag, if I'm being honest. All in all, I think they're stronger, but, you know. They keep going up and down, like a Ferris wheel. Are you trying to reload one mid-combat? Sure, whatever. Okay, so we are about 2/3 done with the biofuel refining. Chris. Let's allow you to research as a top priority. I also put 2 campfires in here just to keep the bedrooms a little bit warmer. Alright, doing some light repairs. We definitely got through a ton of our capybara backlog, which is very, very handy. Now that the mechs just died, I can set my critters to haul for me briefly, and then I have to, you know, re-restrict them so the mechs don't kill them. Alright, Shay should hop on here in a second. Let's go ahead and do that. Finish up this leg for Poppy. Destroy weapon. Okay, bionic leg is done. Poppy, let's give you regular meds. Install it in your right leg. Have Bubbaloo do it. Biorefining is almost done. There it is. Let's get back to autocannon turrets. And throw a little biorefining here. Okay, don't botch this, please. There it is, bionic leg. All right, so quick health check. A lung missing. That's... and a bunch of little scars, but nothing else. Also, let's allow for smelting of biocoated weapons. All right, so now that we have this, let's add a Q. Actually, yeah, we got through all our meat, so let's add a Q for wood. 50, take 2 chem fuel. Because we have a ton of wood as well. We no longer have the, feel like spillover, butchery. So we can just remove it. Oh, right, the lynx. I actually don't want this lynx. So now that we have chem fuel, we're going to start making the high explosive shells, and then once we have enough high explosive shells, we'll try to take down the mortar shield as our primary target, and defend against all the mechs that, you know, attack us as a result. How about you just haul the steel first? A little bit of a brownout. That's all right. Why are you? Oh, because you're woozy. Yeah, that explains it. All right. The temporary butchery is now cleared out. More mech coming. This time I'm gonna help out with my guns just to make it go faster and use less steel, because of course bullets aren't a thing. Animals get to graze. Any animals out there? Because I hadn't done that ahead of time? No. I think they're all safe. Now the other thing is I don't want to get hit by the Lancer. But I also don't want to tank Scythers either. Much simpler. Much simpler. Okay, we've got 7 of 15 shells. We're getting pretty close. Well, sort of close. So Shay and Poppy should finish off the shell queue. Here they go. Animals, I'm going to actually leave you in because soon I suspect I'm going to be shelling that mech cluster. And I don't want you guys wandering around the map. Once we hit 15, it's time to go. Autocannon turret just got done. Slug turret would be next. I don't really have a kill box for these turrets, but I do plan on it. I just, you know, need a little bit more time. Alright, so here is the last 2 shells. And the last shell I need. Good. Now, it's go time. So, everybody, you guys go up there. You guys go down here. Poppy, I'm going to have you man this mortar. I'm going to have everybody hold fire on these mortars. So here's the concept. You fire the EMP one first to take down the mortar shield. And then once that's fired, you let everybody else fire. And we're aiming for the mortar shield first. So the EMP's out. EMP hits the mortar shield, takes it down. And then we have Splashdown. Splashdown did not hit the mortar shield, unfortunately. And the thing is, all of these mechs now are going to come attack me, which is why I have the cohort up here ready to defend against that. Animals, it's a good time for a barn. Alright, so as you can see, the EMP shells are being fired first. Launch, and then all the regular shells. Oh, you know what? Some of these guys are firing regular shells. Yeah, EMP. Okay, whoops, my bad. Okay, we did get the mortar shield down. I will deal with the rest of this later. We could just hit it with regular old shells now, because the mortar shield is gone. Alright, let's power this up. I don't like when Lancers point at me. So I'm gonna load. I'm gonna have people guard the walls in a different manner. That way, with them on the sides here, it's very obvious when the turrets are aiming at them. Like this. Tell them it's not snack time. Who's me? Zero, you can leave. Let's have you drink Psychic tea. Alright, all that's left is one pikeman and then the centipede, and then just the rest of the mech cluster. Alright, I hope that the food was good, or the... Alright, so the idea here is... bring this bad boy into the middle and slam it hard. If I'm within range of it, in melee range of it, it won't be range firing anything. So the scary weapon that it has gets nullified and nullified. Alright, so the cluster is down except for the assemblers. People with particularly high morale, I'm going to send down to these mortars, and let's set force target for the assemblers and the turrets. Letting everybody else take a little break. Turn off my turrets up here. Okay, so I got rid of the charge cannon. That's a good kill. Another assembler. And at this point, I think, honestly, Talon could probably do the rest, but let me get rid of the Inferno. These little mini sluggers are not very effective weapons. So tomorrow morning, I will clear the rest of this out with Bubbaloo and Talon. So these sluggers, they have sniper rifle range, but they don't do sniper rifle damage. So they're not that powerful. But I'm going to restrict everybody to home zone, so no one goes wandering over there unless I ask them to. having a bit of a brownout. A lot of a brownout. Once the sun's up, that'll go away. Alright, so Bubbaloo and Talon will finish this off. And, yeah. Then we can go after the remote sites. Alright, Bub, I'm going to let you get a little authority. Before we have you go. Ooh, an eclipse. That's not good. Alright. Now the two of you, head on out. Use the natural walls to block line of sight. Oh, except for the assembler just came awake. That is annoying. So I'm sending in some backup. There, let's set this Scyther back. Oof. Scyther even got a swing on me. And then we'll shoot the Scyther down. That was bad timing. Alright, everybody is dismissed. Except for the smashers. Now the little mini sluggers aren't really going to get through the shield belt all that effectively, as you can see. I'm just going to hang out and wait for the shield belt to recharge. There's really no rush. And I can also use wall raise or smoke pot. I could use smoke pot on these as well. To just be able to walk right up. Alright, restricts, everybody's lifted, and then animals, the haulers can go back to hauling, and the grazers can go back to grazing. Because we're effectively done with this. So I'm not keeping the assemblers because they nerfed the heck out of them, and it's just more effort than it's worth by like a lot. Alright, done. I'm going to deconstruct the cluster buildings, but leave the road markers alone. And now we still have the psychic droners, which have been plaguing the women in our community bad. Alright, so 0. We have a need for steel. So I'm going to get you back on mining. And then I'm going to start working towards the droners. Trying to stabilize the sanity and the moods of everyone. Also, so that I don't constantly have brownouts, getting this geothermal up. Geothermal is a pretty reliable source of power, and I could just wall it up around it. Do I want that geothermal over this one? No, I don't. I don't mind having power in the walls, but I'd rather have this geothermal because it's next to another one. And they could be daisy-chained to one another for better effect. Alright, so the psychic droner really needs to be dealt with. That's something I'd like to get done promptly. Let me just conserve some power here. And it wouldn't be terrible to get our shells back up in case we have unwanted visitors, mech clusters, etc. Spare shells are always nice. These animals are helping to haul in the slag, which... Okay, now the eclipse is ending, so my power problems are going to be alleviated a little bit. And then all this extra steel is going to help out to build up my power grid. The camels are here for just 4 more days. That's not too bad. Alright, Zero's having a little bit of a break risk. I don't blame her. It is... This droner's pretty terrible. But I'd like to have a secure power grid and some improved defenses at home before I go traipsing about, because I don't want to fail the camel quest or really any other quests I'm on. It would be ideal if I, had some nice defenses at home. Plus, I simply don't know what the threat is. If I knew what the threat was, it'd be a little bit easier to deal with, but I straight up don't know the dangers. On one of them, I have a semblance of an idea. You know, it's 8 turrets and 1 enemy. Oh, and Tantrum. Smash things in a room. Okay. 8 turrets and 1 enemy. So turrets means I'll probably want sniper rifles as a priority for weapons to bring. Another thing I could do with all of these statues that Talon keeps cranking out is just install them in the dining room, tomb, rec room area in order to try to improve it so that it gives more of a mood benefit. And then if we get a orbital trader or a visiting trader that wants to buy the statues, I could just uninstall them. It's pretty easy to do. Okay, we're just waiting on some steel and components for the geothermal. I do have enough steel for it, so it's simply a matter of hauling the steel out. This animal, yeah, okay, hauling. Let's start training attack. Another thing I want to do is smelt all melee weapons. Because I have a plasteel knife and a uranium sword that I just want to melt down right now. Which means suspend slag. I don't want to leave that up all the time, so I just want to watch it go. Alright, so now it's extremely impressive in there. And here's the knife. And then back to slag. Okay, the geothermal Jenny is getting constructed. Then I think what would be important is to keep it protected. Actually, forbid that. Not that it really matters, but I do like to tile it up around it. Partially so that trees can't grow right in front of the door, which makes it annoying to get to, and partially because flammability. You know, if anything was to catch fire, if I had bushes inside the geothermal Jenny, you know, it could burn the generator down, but if I have it all steel flooring, fires don't spread, which is pretty important, I'd say. Food binge because of psychic drone. Good. The catharsis from that is going to be helpful. Let's see. I need to unsuspend simple meals because we are out of veg, and I need to start making simple, or make the simple meals for consumption. Yanshui's eating straight berries. Now, this is almost done. And then that droner is going to be target numero uno. Oh, a psychic soothe for females. Nice. Counteracting mental events. I love it. I'll take whatever help I can get. Oh, you're eating pemmican now. That's another thing, is I don't really have travel meals. It is pretty cold, so I should have the ability to... Oh. Wow. Okay. There's simple meals that fell from the sky. I should have the ability to keep my food cold because it is winter and volcanic winter and all that. Which means I don't necessarily need, like, pemmican for travel. But with that said, it wouldn't hurt to zoom all the way out and harvest some berries so I could get my... Oops. So I can get my fine meal queue back up. So you see here, Damien's even going after... I don't know why he's going after live corpses, to be honest. Because you're on animal hauling, which gives you access to raw meat. I don't know. Can't answer that. I also have a psychic soother if I need as well, but I don't think it's going to come to that. Alright, so extremely impressive. We're gathering the berries. The animals can actually just haul the berries up, and now the geothermal generator. Perfect. Alright, so the next thing is to send snipers out to the psychic droner, specifically the close one, because I know there's a bunch of turrets there. So, bedrolls. Bedrolls are the next thought. So, what do I have for bedrolls? I've got a double bedroll. So, who would we be sending? Bubbaloo, who's single. Zero, who's single. Mathis. But not Yanshui. Faustopia and Shay. So, leave Mathis behind. Chris, but not Poppy. So, Faustopia, Shay, Bubbaloo, and Zero. These four. So, we need a double bedroll and then two singles. So, one single, two single. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what we have. Bubbaloo, Faustopia, Shay, and 0. Okay, and bring the pemmican. Bring all the simple meals. And bring milk. And then the double bedroll. And 2 single bedrolls. Okay, I already chose the route, but whatever. Let's accept. Actually, Talon, I'm going to have you tag along just in case there's some melee trouble. So I'm going to have you load another bedroll into the caravan. You never know when you might need a brawler. Additionally, you know, it doesn't hurt. Alright, so now we're dealing with the droners. Quest available, paid fighting. Chief of Regular Lake wants to help one of the caravans being hunted by night fiends. And the first group of pirates will be composed of a boss and a ton of fighters. And then another group follows up soon thereafter. Yikes. I really need to get our guys super better geared up, because in no way are they tough enough for fights like that. Alright, so we've got... Oh, fun! You have a triple launcher. We have the Psychic Droner guarded by these 8 mini turrets, a ton of them on the south. And then, of course, we've got the triple launcher guy. Luckily, the triple launcher has a long wind-up timer. And then there's also a possibility of another threat. I don't know what that threat is, but we should be wary of it as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and snipe out the turrets. And then, how close can I can't get very close. Because the lander here is going to want to let a rip with his trip. You aiming it already? I'm going to take a little risk here. Okay, I think I dodged it. Yep, I dodged it. All right. Well, Lander, how does it feel to be an idiot who had shot your only weapon and now can only rush me with melee? Good job. You lose. Alright. Well, that was a little nail-biting, but we figured it out. I was going to have him skip it to Talon, but that didn't really happen. Talon also might be able to just... Okay, we're breaking it like that, that's fine. I was going to say Talon might be able to just disable these two by uninstalling the battery real quick. Now, I don't have a lot of carry weight in this group, which brings me to my next point. I would say that it might be worth being able to carry some stuff home. So I'm going to, with Mathis, quickly throw together another bedroll and probably send Arvanath with some of the hauling pets to help with the loot haul. All right, so Talon is heading to the battery to uninstall it. These guys can redeploy over here. Alright, they both flicked off. I can claim it. The rest of this... Okay, so there is an ambush of boomalopes. I'm going to go ahead and get shooting. I shouldn't have retargeted like that. All right, let's have them chase Talon around. There we go. All right. 2 and 2. So there was the ambush. And that's probably the last of the surprises. So I just have turrets and boomblopes left to deal with. And them chaining together. There goes another one. Definitely helps out that Talon is here to uninstall turrets and the like. Alright, let's get you out this way. Now, I'm not rushing to kill any droners. In fact, you guys can just take a second. The psychic droners, because there's 2 of them and they're overlapping, so it doesn't really help that we just, destroy this one, because there's doubles. So you must be plugged in. What are you plugged into? I don't know what you're plugged into. But I'll go uninstall this battery. And this one. Alright, 3 days. They are defeated. That means the threats are over. Alright, Erebanath. I guess it's the wrong hour of the day to send out a new patrol. But as soon as you're up, we'll have you come on out. Well, guys, that's all the time I have for this episode. I hope you liked it. It was some crazy fighting. I really liked it. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, do drop me a line and let me know what you think. Let me know how I can improve. For everybody that has been doing that, I did use some of your tips and tricks. Not any big ones this episode, but I really appreciate it. Next episode, we can probably suspect going after another droner, getting rid of some dromedaries. And I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching, everybody. Adios.